So let's begin with your detailed introduction.
So, sir, my name is Pranav Handa, and I am from Shivnadu University. I recently graduated back in May 24, and I completed my Bachelor's of Management Studies with a specialization in finance. After that, I wanted to go into the sales industry, and currently I'm working for Tata 1MG as a business development assistant manager. So, my vision is to learn all the skills that are essential to start my own business, and by the age of 28 or 30 years, I'll start my own business. So after I graduated from college, I decided that I wanted to give the GMAT exam as a fail-safe, so that because of the validity of the exam is valid for 5 years. So I decided that if I give it now, I have a good score, so I can go get back to it in the future if I ever decide on if I that I want to do an MBA or not.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
have written your exam on 38th of July, 31st of July.
31st of July. Yes, sir.
Okay. So how was your experience with the GMAT Focus Edition?
Okay, GMAT Focused Edition, it is as the name suggests, the format has changed, and but I was not familiar with the format before this, so I'll talk about this exam. And I began my preparation on 3rd June, and before my preparation, I had given a mock test, and after that, all my time and resources went into studying for GMAT. The GMAT Focus Edition majorly covers three subjects, which are data insights, quantitative reasoning, and verbal. So all of your proficiencies in all three of these subjects individually will take your score and scale you up. And after this, immediately it also tests you on your ability to manage time. How do you think under pressure? When do you know that you are not capable of answering a question and you need to move on to the next one, so that you're efficiently managing your time and all of these things. And it demands some practice from you. Eh, and it also tests if your mindset in pressure situations is if you can work under a stressful environment and still come out winning,
Hmm.
or if you get a good score or not.
Served almost time 2 months. You have dedicated 2 months. So is
Yes,
two
sir.
months sufficient for GMAT preparation with the target of 90 percentile, 90 plus percentile, or with the target of 245 to 285? Oh, sorry, 645 to 685.
Sir, if if I as an individual answer this question, I'll tell my own story. I set the target because two of my friends, they had dedicated 1 month and 40 days each and got a very good score above 675. But actually, they gave the exam in the last edition. So with the last edition, and one of my friend got I think 730, and the other friend got 720, and they studied for 30-40 days. And I decided that I'll also give the exam and set a time zone near to it. So I deferred my job also, my joining date, and pushed it to first August. For the 2 months, I could not have given more time. So I was studying as much as a person can study in a day, and that only led to me being burnt out and not getting my desired score. So I feel that if it would be better than rather than giving 10 to 12 to 14 hours one day, you give 2 to 4 hours a day, and you're more consistent with your results. Where you put in 2 hours, 4 hours for more than 2 months, and then I think you can get a better result than just clubbing all these and making a sort of, so I feel if you're consistent with your results, then the better option would be 2+ months. You work hard and then you appear for the GMAT exam.
Five do's people should do. I mean, five do's that you think people should follow just before the exam. So 5 steps.
Okay, so with my limited experience, I would say that 5 steps. One would be for sure, as I said, learning the concepts before answering the question. You can learn only as much when you're answering a question rather than when you've learned the concept and you answer the question. Another would be mocks, giving mocks and simulating the environment of the test as much as you can. And so that would be another thing. And making error logs is another very important aspect because even though you feel like, okay, in this exam, I was wrong. This question was wrong, but this is a strong topic. But when you make an error log and you realize on a sheet of paper, you see, okay, I thought that this topic was strong, but I have made this same error in 3 mocks because at the end of the day, it is a human brain. And when you document it, when you document your errors, you start realizing there is always a pattern. Then you realize that if I can do these questions, if I this paper is easy for me, if this topic is easy for me, why am I doing it wrong? Then you highlight and go into why. And when you find your answer to the why, unless and until it is a conceptual flaw, you will obviously get better at answering that topic.
Mm.
And uh, another do which is very important is to calm yourself, relax yourself. Last 7 days are very integral to your preparation. So they have to be dealt in a different way than you did with your than how you've been dealing with your preparation. So last 7 days go into all of the more important things. Rather than do not do questions, just focus on where you're going wrong. Just focus on where you're going wrong. Sit with your mentor if you have one. Make a strategy. All of these things will surely be beneficial to you.
Okay. Now, 5 steps that people should not take just before the exam.
Let's say all of these steps would be the complete opposite of what I said. But one thing I'll say, instead of repeating all of those points, that would be different, and so that I can stress on the importance of this thing is that you have to be in a very good place before you're giving the exam. Your body, your mind, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, all have to be with you to crack the exam. So if you think your body is straying away, listen to your body. If you think your mind is straying away, listen to your mind. Even if 2 days prior to your exam, your body wants to go out and hang out with a couple of friends, listen to it. Because you also know that this is an important exam. And if you get a good score, it will be very good for your resume. It will be very good for your future. But at the end of the day, you can only work so much as your body allows you to. So this is very important, your mindset, your physical well-being. Without them being on the same page, you cannot crack the exam.
How many mock tests should be written before entering the exam or before final exam date?
Uh, okay, so I don't think I can answer this question because I went through my preparation a certain way and gave mm, uh, as many mocks as I could. But one thing I would say, if we're talking in the mocks domain, is you should surely not be at the end of your preparation. If you're giving mocks, not be discouraged by your scores.
Hmm.
And do not, if you are giving a mock, do not think about your score, the mock in the previous mock.
Hmm.
Okay, I got a 635. Okay, I got a 645 in my last mock. I am a little, that I do not feel as good. I was expecting a 675. So calm down. Your last mock was your last mock. This mock is going to be different. And because you've made your error log, you've done your homework, everything that you've done will help you when you're answering this paper.
Hmm.
And leave the score of your previous mock on the table and just focus on this mock. And another thing that I like to add in the mocks nowhere is, if you can, for sure, give the official mocks.
Official guide. So how do you rate official guide?
So, sir, the official guide, as I would rate it, would be, it is good, but only in the beginning of your preparation. These are obviously questions that are formed by the authorities that are making the GMAT exam as well. But to my experience, this won't be the maximum level of difficulty the exam touches. So the official guide does give you, you know, it helps you test the waters. And but the thing is that it is not as important as you say that, okay, I've done this and my preparation is complete. But it is also not that thing that, okay, that let it be. I would say it would not benefit you that much if you do it, but it could harm you more than it could benefit you doing it. So I would suggest that you do it, but towards the beginning of your preparation.